And I think it's important for Ken. Ken, why don't you come up here? Ken Burgess is someone that you were supposed to introduce, but you forgot that. Yeah. Ken Burgess has such a tremendous background in this industry. He's run corporations. He's made millions in this industry. He's decided to align himself with New You Life for many reasons. Let him tell you why.
Thank you. You know, after we heard from everybody today, I had to go back outside. Some of you saw that I was making notes because everybody used all my material. There's no reason to repeat it. But I'll tell you just briefly, in our business and marketing, we often say our job is to make a rock star. And I think you just saw how easy my job became after listening to Alex. He's a superstar, isn't he? Yeah. It was very, very easy. So let me just briefly tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm in this. Went to college, got in the world of retail, opened 3 stores, and my wife got into this crazy business of network marketing. Now let me explain my family, because when I do, people are surprised. My wife and I have been married 40 years plus. Thank you. We have 5 children. We have 26 grandchildren. We're known for a very tall family, so don't forget, we're really tall. I have 3 sons that are 7 foot. I have a daughter that's 6'5", and my oldest is 6'3", and he feels cheated. Okay? When we go somewhere, we really go somewhere. We have our own built-in basketball team, you can say. But nonetheless, she got into this business, and in about 6 months, she was making more than I was making in a year. And I had this great idea to quit my job and join it, right? And since 1982, we've done this business full time.
Wow.
Full time. Often because of my background and experience, I would go into work with corporates as a consultant or even in a VP position. I've had a chance to be with companies, the world's largest herb manufacturer here in Los Angeles. I was vice president for a while, did $1 billion. I had big budgets to work with, $1 million budgets. I had no budgets to work with. And that's often in a startup company, they just aren't there. So it's been a great experience to do it, but I'll tell you my favorite thing has been being a distributor. I know what you each go through. Over the last 30 years, Sandy and I have made over $20 million in this industry. This is a great industry. And I know that one of our jobs is to do a couple things in marketing. One, we build the brand. And there are a couple brands here. There's a brand of New You Life. There's a brand of Somaderm. And there's a brand of an independent distributor that has an opportunity in front of them to live their dream. And those are the 3 brands we'll really focus on and build. And that's exciting. That really is exciting. And you do it through a lot of things. First of all, you protect your brand. Because I've been in a number of companies who didn't protect their brand and they were shut down. So the brand's got to be protected in a number of ways. Because you guys get really excited and you get carried away. And social media has helped us go crazy, right? And so we have to really watch those things. And we'll be giving you some direction there. But we're excited with the stories coming out. And we want to perfect those and make them better, because that's what will grow our business, both financial and the product stories. So those are great. Well, I think I've been being prepared for this job because the last 4 years I've been involved in the world of HGH. In a secretagon. Back in 2013, there was an article that came out in Vanity Fair. Now, I'm a marketer, so I read magazines, okay? Not that Vanity Fair is my favorite magazine to read, but an article came out about the viral bodies of Hollywood. And I was living in Los Angeles at the time. Right now I'm in Salt Lake City, but I was living in Los Angeles. And on every corner you were seeing clinics marketing HGH. It was growing that fast. That said that anybody in Hollywood over 40 that had a viral body or a man that had a six-pack was on HGH. Just did. Now, let me share with you carefully the numbers and listen very close. In 2015, the worldwide market of injectable HGH was $143 billion. Now, I know some of you went home and go to the Google to check that out, but the Google won't tell you the truth. You know, not everything comes from Google and Wikipedia that's accurate. Google will only tell you what the pituitary deficiency is in HGH, which is still 1.7 billion. When you get into the beauty industry, it's completely different. Now I'm going to tell you something that will really shock you. In the next few years, 2020, it's expected to be at $206 billion. The injectable market. And if anybody, how many have been on injectables? I know a few out there, yeah. You're going to be spending about $25,000 to $30,000 a year to be on that, okay? So in there lies our opportunity to develop. Now, if you counted, that was about a $13 billion increase annually from 2015 to 2020. Huge. Huge. One of my favorite brand companies is Coca-Cola. I can go anywhere in the world, in the darkest parts of Africa, and ask for Coca-Cola and get a cold one in 30 minutes. You just can do it. It's the best brand out there. They do $44 billion annually with all their products. Does that give you some perspective of what the potential here is? So I wrote down some numbers real quick, and I'll end with this. I have a friend, lives in Park City, who is this. You don't go, by the way, to Walgreens or CVS or Walmart or Costco to buy HGH. I don't know if you do that. I mean, at the drugstore counter, you don't get it that way. You get it through representatives that make you go through testing labs. The doctors referred them to you. So a friend of mine lives in Park City, not far from me, in Utah. And he sells the product. He sells 6 of them, which make up the market. 3 of them make up most of the market. And I said, okay, tell me what the drop-off is at $2,500 a month. What's the drop-off? I want to know that. He said 20 to 30%. They're your customer. Do you know how many people that is in the U.S.? There are 13 million users of this product right now, worldwide. Half of it's done in the United States. So when we talk about building a brand here and building a product, it makes sense. Half of the people that are aware of it are already here. So of the people that drop off, there's about, over the last 5 years, 7 million people who have been on HGH, want to be on it, but can't afford it. Okay? Then you start seeing customers. There are over 2 million people in the United States that want it, that can't ever start it. And there's another 2 million that need to be educated on it. We're around 11 million people. And that's not even counting below that. You know, Paul Zane Pilsner made the comment, he's an economist that often talks to MLM companies. He said, the people who will make money in the next few years will be the educators that teach people of something they didn't know about that they need. Is that us?
That's us.
So we have a great opportunity. There are about, let's just rough the number at 10 million. 11 million number right in there, people that are ready to be on our product. Ready, in the US. Ready to be on, are aware of it, have used it before, want it, and a couple million to educate right now. I don't know if you ran the numbers, but at $150 a month, you're about $1.5 billion a month in sales. Now, as a marketer, we get excited about those numbers. As a network marketer, I want about 30 million of that in my downline monthly. Okay? And you have the opportunity to do that. You're here now. Your team's building. At one time, I had 250,000 active distributors in my organization making about $2 a month on it. 250,000. You can figure those numbers, okay? That's the magic of networking, that leveraged income. The magic of this company is the 97% reorder, because residual doesn't exist if people don't reorder again.
Yes, amen.
Now you really are in the right place at the right time. So you can see why we want to build a brand. You can see why we want to build a product brand, and we want to protect it. And you can see why we want to build the networking brand of the best opportunity in America.
Wow.
Where do you know that you could go and for $59 and one of the starter kits, which is less than $1,000 total, and you can tap in to 1.5 billion monthly that'll happen in sales.
Right here.
Very, very rarely. I mean, there are huge companies. I gave you the Coca-Cola numbers. There are huge companies that would love that have spent billions
In advertising.
in their infrastructure. And Bruce has worked for them. Here you have the opportunity to sit on the profit end. So with that, we'll be building those kind of things, creating new tools. That's our job, to create new tools and marketing pieces that you can be proud of and use, and you don't have to be a specialist on social media or the internet to make them work. So we're excited about doing all those things for you. So I want to thank you for being here. I'm excited about my opportunity here. I'm excited about your opportunity. I'll end with this. It's a plaque that stayed on my wall as a networker forever, since I began in 1982. And it was from Abraham Lincoln, and it says, "Things will come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle." He must have been an MLM, you know? He must have. But you can do it. You can change your life. This company can change your life. Thank you very much.